is the ultimate American city. It's all immigrants. It's the city that went from 0 to 1 million inhabitants faster than any city in the history of the country, maybe the world.
Las Vegas, Nevada was a natural fit for a man who grew up in Los Angeles.
I think Las Vegas is an extension of LA, at least the LA mentality, in that it's a boom town. It's driven by entertainment, and it has an image that appeals to everybody around the world.
Glenn Schaeffer is the creative product of two parents with a scientific background.
My father's a PhD in organic chemistry, and my mother's a academically trained biologist. So I decided to go in the gambling business.
But how Schaeffer got into the gambling business is one unique story. Schaeffer got his undergraduate and master's degrees in English literature with a minor in economics at the University of California, Irvine. He went on to the prestigious University of Iowa Writers' Workshop, a school that admits 24 students out of a pool of 800 applicants. It's known for producing Pulitzer Prize-winning writers.
I learned enough in the Iowa Writers' Workshop to know that I was a middle-class, striving Angelino who needed to make money in the world, and became doubtful that doing it by my pen was the route upward.
So Schaeffer switched tracks and moved back to Los Angeles, where he landed a job as a stockbroker.
And this guy said, well, why would you want to be a stockbroker? I said, I can't give you a good reason other than you look like you've been successful, so I probably could do it. He says, you want to take a math test? I said, sure. And I did, and I was hired.
The year was 1977, and it was that intrinsic self-confidence that would be a hallmark of Schaeffer's future success.
I learned a lot. It was great because they sent you to school, and it was 5 months of training. And so in its way, it was like a mini MBA.
Schaeffer went on to become a management consultant. One of his customers 25 years ago was Caesar's Palace. It was that connection that eventually would bring him to Las Vegas. When he got here, he knew it was where he belonged.
It was like going to Beverly Hills again, which is, it looked like there was opportunity. And there weren't a lot of people in the business like me at the time.
In 1983, Schaeffer joined Circus Enterprises. Just 1 year later, he was elevated to Chief Financial Officer.
Yeah, I was a CFO when I was 30. Not only was I the youngest CFO of a New York Stock Exchange company, maybe ever.
An impressive accomplishment at such a young age. Schaeffer helped grow the company into Mandalay Resort Group, an impressive force that now includes several properties. One of his unique ideas was the concept of the Mandalay Mile, 3 of Mandalay's properties in a row on the Strip.
And there are other instances of it, which is that cluster marketing, creating a customer in one store, the likelihood of that customer going next door as opposed to down the block or even across the street is much higher.
Schaeffer also leaves his mark with Mandalay Bay's Convention Center, more than 1 million square feet of exhibit space right on the Las Vegas Strip.
Convention Center was a very good stroke for us because it created us as a business destination, which we weren't before. And that's the biggest convention center in private ownership in the world.
In 2004, a majority of Mandalay's stock owners approved the company's merger with MGM Mirage, a move that looks good to Schaeffer.
I think it's very positive. I think it's positive for the city and for the industry. You can see that it's moved prices, I believe, across the entire industry.
But Schaeffer's contributions to this community aren't just in the field of business. He hasn't forgotten his roots as a writer and literary activist.
Literary activist is someone who believes that literature, particularly of protest, serves a role in shaping a superior society, particularly democracy and fair, transparent marketplaces.
In the year 2000, he founded the International Institute of Modern Letters at UNLV. That institute supports writers who are subject to censorship and persecution. The
objective, or one of our goals in the institute, is we find writers and promote their works, often provide subsidies so they can be published.
And in a number of instances, the institute has helped remove writers from places where their lives are in danger.
Las Vegas was the inaugural city of asylum in North America, and rightly so. It is the ultimate city of free expression.
It's a project that's important to Schaeffer, especially since his career took a different direction.
Well, I guess after I came out of the writer's workshop and didn't find myself with anything particularly important to say. When I had the means to back people who did, I took it up.
Schaeffer himself is still a voracious reader. He probably samples some 50 to 60 books a year and has a unique way of reading them.
It's harder to finish than start a book. So I read the finish. If it doesn't finish, I don't care how it started.
Recently, Schaeffer continued to show that love of literature with a $2 million endowment for a chair in creative writing at UNLV.
That endowment will support a writer and thinker of that sort of world caliber that's always in residence at UNLV and has something of a mentorship role with some of the graduate students that we have here.
In Schaeffer's mind, the Master of Fine Arts degree could be the wave of the future for aspiring company heads.
Hey, I mean, there was an article, I didn't write it, in the Harvard Business Review recently, which said, is the MFA the new MBA? We need visionaries and creative thinkers. We've got enough people who can count and run the computers.
That's exactly what's made Schaeffer the success he is. While you never know where life will take you, he says you have to be able to visualize that next success and move quickly to capture it.
Look, the success you make in business is almost directly proportional to your desire to learn.
And?
I'm not done learning.